Hey, what is going on, everyone? I hope you are having a beautiful Thursday. Today I wanted to create this video to share with you value add hidden gem stocks that can add so much value to your investment portfolio. Before I begin, I'd like to inform you that all of the information I'll be sharing with you should be used as guidance information only. I'm not a financial analyst. Please, anytime when you do invest, do your own research. Let's get started. Now, ticker number one I wanted to share with you is IBIO by ticker IBIO. Why do I like this company so much? This is a plant-based vaccine. Not only are they working on a COVID-19 vaccine, but they also have various preclinical and clinical trials vaccines, for example, in fibrosis, as well as in swine flu. In fact, they have COVID-19 vaccines called IBIO 200 and IBIO 201. In fact, they are creating a new vaccine called IBIO 202 for prevention of the SARS-CoV-2 because there's anticipation that this virus will continue to mutate in the long run and that we need safe and effective drug products to protect ourselves. Can you imagine once CEPI funds IBIO for just proactive research and implementation for the protection of the public health, at least in the United States? That's going to be huge. And with the settlement that occurred where we heard news about how IBIO will get a settlement payout from Fraunhofer, that's huge because that just tells you that IBIO will have so much cash flow. I mean, not only are they getting the settlement payouts, but their balance sheet is looking very solid right now in terms of having a low operational expense. We know that fast farm technology doesn't cost so much for you to grow plants with support from Texas A&M AgriLife. I mean, you're taking out the collagens from the plant and producing the vaccines. Very low cost. You're paying for water, electricity, lighting, all automated through the fast farm patented technology. This is going to be huge because it's, let's say if you are a long-term investor where you're not trying to make quick gains in the near term, this is definitely going to be a double-digit share price stock. And from my perspective, in Q2 up through Q3, the share price can potentially run all the way up to $2 to $4 from how I see it. I mean, when they released the toxicology data, it ramped up all the way to $2. What does it take for it to start scaling up, gapping up? Well, we know that the stock market, most stocks have been getting hit, but what goes down will go up, and these stocks will start bull running, at least in the biotech as well as other sectors. That's my perspective in terms of how I see it. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is INO Pharmaceuticals. While the share price of INO has dropped from like high $35 down to $6, I have high confidence that with where the company is headed in the long term, this company will position itself for success. I mean, it has vaccines in dysplasia, glioblastoma, MERS, COVID-19, a number of different vaccines. In fact, they have 15 different vaccines, as well as trying to come out with new DMAB vaccines using that technology for the future to work with AstraZeneca to develop monoclonal antibodies, at least to support the public health with effective drug products. So not only is it going to be INO 4800 to be approved in the future, but also we will have different vaccines coming out, at least for the COVID-19 pandemic. And I anticipate market share to be taken with INO. And from a share price standpoint, I have belief that come this quarter up through Q3, the share price is going to get up to $15 and will start ramping up to $35. Can it be this year? Can it be next year? Let's just hold on tight, because we know that in this biotech world, you have to be patient with investing. And if you look at the institutions, you see BlackRock, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, all loading up on INO right now. Why? Because they know that INO has the goods. It's really like having aging fine wine, because this company has value-add vaccines leveraging DNA-based vaccines. And this is going to be huge because it's going to come down to quality, right? I mean, we currently do have vaccines for emergency use authorization, such as Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J. Now, when you have different small cap companies having available vaccines after FDA has approved this product, then there's going to be the quality implications kick in, and that's when INO will shine like a chandelier. And let's say if you are a believer of INO, let's say if you are an existing investor or a new investor, now's an opportunity to get the share price at a low single digit price, because what goes down will come up. And the fact that this company is advancing medical unmet needs, at least in various health conditions, that's going to be huge. And with Joseph Kim, the CEO, he has a vision to really add value in this world. And from an international standpoint, there's going to be an increased demand for vaccines. Perhaps not so much in the United States, since there's so much competition going on right now, but in areas like Asia, Europe, Africa, Central America, South America, you can see increased demands for COVID-19. Look at India, right? I mean, that's going to be a huge market sector. So there will be market share gains once INO is able to demonstrate itself as one of the leading small cap companies to add value, at least in its vaccine research leveraging DNA technology. So that's that with INO, and let's not lose sight of the value that it can add for you. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is a company based out in San Francisco, and that is VXRT, VXRT. Why do I like this company so much? Well, it definitely has monopolized how you received prevention and immunity for the COVID-19, right? I mean, VXRT, instead of having a bolus delivery like into your arms, in fact, this company has a different mode of delivery where you actually take an oral pill form. I know that with the current vaccines going on with like Moderna, Pfizer, I mean, people have been developing onsets of symptoms such as pain in the area where you get the vaccine, getting headaches, getting sweatiness, feeling cold, having fevers. All of that may potentially not be the case when you take a VXRT oral pill medication. I'm not to say that that's the case, but it can add value. Let's say when VXRT is able to prove that there's minimal pain because you're just taking an oral pill form and letting the oral pill do what it's supposed to do to deliver safety and effectiveness against the COVID-19. From a share price standpoint, where it currently is right now at the $6 range, I have high belief that it can ramp up to the $25. Will it be in the year 2021? It's very possible. I mean, once we see that this company scales up its clinical trials, getting into phase 2 clinical trials, and then ramping up into phase 3 clinical trials, that's going to be huge. And the fact that this company is based out in San Francisco, I believe that VXRT will be positioned to do well in the long run. So from a share price standpoint, it can gain by 300% gains right now from the current share price value. So there's definitely a time valuation growth aspect with companies like VXRT at this time. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is ZOM. Why do I like ZOM so much, right? Well, ZOM, I was recommending this ticker when it was like at 7 cents. It's great to see that it bull run up to the $1 all the way up to like $2.93 in the prior months. In fact, it's establishing ground right now at the 80 cents range. And I have high belief that with the CEO, Andrew Cohen, with time, this company will scale up and we will hear partnerships. What if this company partners up with Banfield and rolls out its distribution of the TRUFORMA diagnostic product to test animals for thyroid problems? That's going to be huge. What if we hear partnerships with getting TRUFORMA distributed as well as having accessories sold? That's going to be huge, tapping into a million, potentially $1 billion market, because we know that with this whole COVID-19 pandemic, there's just so much animals at home and there's a myriad of problems, and this can really add value in the veterinarian space. And from a share price standpoint, I have belief that it will reach its prior resistance, gaining traction, getting back up into the $2 range, and held long term. I believe that ZOM will likely get bought out and can potentially run all the way up to like $7 to $10 from my perspective. So anything is possible, right? We want to remove the word impossible, because with how this company is adding value right now, it can definitely take market share from its competitors IDXX with its current diagnostic product. I mean, with TruePharma, it has a quicker cycle time, higher accuracy output, and it also sells accessories on top of their diagnostic product. So that's going to be huge from my perspective. So ZOM, long investors, let's say you're new or an existing investor, now's an opportunity to dollar cost average down, because the whole entire stock market has been taking a hit, and what goes down will catapult up from my perspective. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Tesla. I mean, we've seen so much bears just coming around the corner in the prior months, while we see the price of Tesla drop from like close to $900 now around the range of sub 600, around the high $500. The question is, will Tesla start reverse trending up now, or will it continue to go down? From my perspective, even though we hear news about how Shanghai will not have the Tesla plant production underway at this time, I have high belief that Tesla will start catapulting up from a share price standpoint. I believe in Q3 it can start running back up to like $700. Can it get up to 800? It's quite possible, right? I mean, here in the Bay Area, for every like 10 cars you see, you're seeing at least one Tesla vehicle. And the fact that it has around 25,000 charge points all around the United States right now, where it takes about 15 minutes to refill your car with energy, lasting up to like 200 miles driving duration, that's huge, because Tesla has created an infrastructure where you have a network of charging stations all around the United States. When you look at like Ford, I mean, Ford just recently got into the whole electric vehicle space. However, they're so far behind right now in terms of patents, as well as even having charge points all around the United States. It's not to the degree of what Tesla has, and it takes about like 45 minutes to charge up a Ford vehicle, and that's much different than Tesla, right? So when you ask a Tesla owner, like, what do you like about your car? It's all about talking about the innovation of the car, the quality of the car. Now, when you ask a Ford owner, what do you like about their car? I mean, it's more of like reputation, trying to support the branding. So that's the difference when you compare the two. And with SpaceX, Solar City, all part of Tesla, I think that this will change how we look at electric vehicle, right? Because although EV has been taking a hit recently, I suspect that Tesla and companies like NIO will grow in the long term from my perspective. So let's watch a 80% gain with Tesla in the coming quarters from my perspective. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is NIO, ticker NIO. This is a Chinese-based company that leverages electric vehicles as well. I was recommending this ticker at like $4 in the past, and it's great to see it run all the way up to $60. However, the current share price now is at around the mid 30s. This is definitely a great buying opportunity, because while we see EVs, solar companies taking a hit, I anticipate that the future will be energy-based companies, biotech, as well as electric vehicle companies adding value, creating a purpose to make the world healthier, right? When you eliminate the need of waste. And NIO does have competition against Tesla. However, this is an oligopoly market where NIO will take market share from Tesla, and Tesla will take predominantly most of the market share from most companies in the electric vehicle space. However, that's not to say that NIO won't be able to eat, because there's so much opportunity in this arena, and its vehicles look very solid, and the company is growing in terms of cash flow. And from a share price standpoint, I firmly believe that possibly in Q3, this company can catapult up to the $60 back to where it previously ran. Can it break the triple-digit share price range, bypassing $100? That's quite possible in Q4 leading up to the year 2022. Let's say if you are a long-term investor, this is a great opportunity to either dollar cost average down or take an investment in this company. So overall, these are the tickers I wanted to share with you, and I hope that this video added value. And let's say if you're new to this channel, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe for more related content. I really appreciate you watching throughout this whole entire video, and I'd love to answer any comments, questions that you have. So leave it down below, and thank you so much for watching another episode here at All I See Is W. Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.